Y'all thought I was playing when I said that I had a full lineup for today. Hey, welcome to you guys. I'm Alviana Brewster, the owner of Black Nurse Entrepreneurs, of course, the premier networking organization for Black nurses who are interested in launching, building, and growing their entrepreneurial endeavors. I bring to you interview number 3 of the day. I have the queen of digital marketing. Her name is Chioma Okeke. I'm going to go grab my sister and bring her on and let her introduce to you what she does and why it is so incredibly valuable in order to get that social media right. Okay. So let me go grab my friend and I'll be right back. Okay. There you are. Hi, Choma. How are you
Hi,
today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I introduced you a little bit, but you can tell your story better than I can. So tell the people exactly what it is that you do.
Awesome. So my name is Choma. I'm a registered nurse. I've been a nurse since 2010, but I started my first business, which is called Choosing Nursing, in 2015, helping nurses to pass their NCLEX exam. Then after that, I started thinking about it and I realized like I want to help other people to be able to learn how to leverage their own social media as well. So in addition to help people to pass their NCLEX, I also teach people how to pretty much create an online social media presence using whatever platform that they want to do, and teaching you how to convert followers into customers, happy customers, as well as also being able to learn how to engage with your followers, what type of content to post, and then also just really educating people as far as what is content marketing, how does that equate to passive income, and why is it so important? Because especially as nurses, we work really, really hard for our money. And so the idea of passive income seems something so far away. But when you learn how to leverage social media, the possibilities are endless. So that's a little bit about me in a nutshell.
Thank you. So, with your digital marketing business, that's primarily why I wanted to have you to be a guest at our event because a couple of things that have been very impressive to me, specifically with your brand, is that I remember you telling us that you were able to grow Pinterest to massive following on Pinterest. And it was like, who would have thought a nurse would be over there killing the game in Pinterest? And then also, I think I know for a fact because I've watched your content and stuff, but just really good, solid content. I've seen content go viral, but not only going viral for just weird reasons, for strategic reasons. And I believe there's a strategy when it comes to social media, opposed to just putting stuff out there. So I want you to first give us a little bit of perspective, either IG or Pinterest or one of those social media platforms that you've been able to grow to massive numbers. Give us an idea of how big you've been able to reach.
So Pinterest is honestly a very powerful platform that is underutilized by a lot of entrepreneurs just because they don't understand the significance about it. They think it's just DIY projects and that's really it. But
Mm-hmm.
honestly, if you learn the data behind not just Pinterest but other platforms, you'll understand why you should leverage it. So for example, studies show that 67% of the people that use Pinterest use it right before they're about to make a buying decision,
Yes.
which is really powerful. And a lot of people use Pinterest to get ideas, create ideas, but then they also use it to, research, buy stuff, etc. So with Pinterest, I started off where like I wanted to like kind of like learn what Pinterest was
Mm.
initially, and so at the beginning I wasn't really taking it seriously. So I was just like posting pins here and there, and I wasn't really. And what pins are, it's essentially where you create an image in the shape of the Pinterest dimensions, and that image is going to usually you want it to have it where it's clickable and it will take people to the call to action, which is normally your
Mm.
website. And most people usually use like a blog. So when I first started pinning, I was doing it loosely, like maybe like 2 or 3 pins a week, here and there, and I wasn't really thinking much of it. And then I started noticing that I started getting like clicks and some traction. So then I was like, oh wow, okay, like maybe I should like dedicate more energy to this. So and it was all organic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really huge when you're an entrepreneur at the beginning, is that you want to cut your expenses as much as you can by learning how to leverage organic methods. So I started to just post more consistently. And then I invested also in like a platform, which is like Tailwind. There's other types out there too. But I use that to help me to automate it. And then I hired somebody to do the process for me. So, which wasn't very expensive. So within first, what happened is like within like a couple of weeks, I went from 8,000 monthly viewers to 24,000 monthly
Wow.
viewers. Then after like almost like maybe like 6 weeks, it jumped up to over 100,000 monthly viewers.
Wow.
And then there was one point after maybe about 3 to 6 months into it, I got to 1 million monthly viewers.
Wow. That's
and
impressive.
and it was really like it was so amazing. Like it was amazing just coming on Pinterest and searching for random stuff and seeing my pin just out of the blue. And this was like I wasn't paying for Pinterest ads, and Pinterest does have their own ads as well. And so I would get so many leads where people would email us and say like, "Oh, I found you through Pinterest." And I was just like, wow, it was just so amazing. Even to this day, because now even to this day, I don't heavily pin like the way I should, but I still get leads and traffic from Pinterest. So the reason why you want to leverage Pinterest is because it has such a strong virality effect. There's stuff that I posted in 2016 that's still getting me leads today in
Wow.
2022.
Wow.
That's the power of Pinterest. And don't for a lot of people kind of think of it kind of one dimensional. Well, I have a med spa business, or I have a digital market agency, or I have something that's like that they think is like won't be relevant to Pinterest. It honestly doesn't matter. The moment that you put limitations on your business, the moment you're not gonna see the type of potential that's available through social media. So it doesn't really matter who or what your industry is. Everybody is on. People do use Pinterest. It's just all about creating, stellar images, which Canva is a great tool in order to create those pins and then essentially drive it to your website. And ideally, not unless you have a really good call to action on your homepage, that's like that converts very well. Usually, the best thing is to drive people to like a blog, like so something that creates value immediately. Sometimes a opt-in page works, but usually I found the most success with blog articles. And then in the blog articles, you're going to link some type of freebie or some type of opt-in, and that's going to help to grow your email list. So Pinterest is one, and then Instagram is really huge. I think the last time I checked, it's over 800 million viewers are on Instagram. And so with Instagram, your biggest thing is honestly videos, reels, is what they call it on Instagram. And so with the reels, if you have like if you have like a video where it's yourself and you want to try and be creative as possible. So creativity is really king with reels and Instagram. But you post a reel and then you want to add trending sounds to your reel. So that's the difference between getting 200 views versus getting 2,000 views, is adding the trending sound.
Okay.
Plus hashtags. Yeah. Plus hashtags. There's a website called allhashtag.com, which is totally free. You type in a random word related to your industry, and it will help you to generate hashtags that are trending that you can add with every single post.
Okay.
So reels, videos, hashtags, trending sound is like literally like the formula to helping you to create videos or content that engages and attracts your ideal client or customer. And eventually you can even work your way up where if you generate enough followers, you can attract sponsorships, partnerships, speaking opportunities. People can be just naturally drawn to you. So these are some of the tips that I recommend.
Thank you. I'm going to be inboxing you back to get these links and stuff. So another thing that I love about it is not only have you grown your social media platforms, but you've also been instrumental in helping other nurses to grow their social media platforms too. And so something that I hear from a lot of us is that I don't have time for social media. I don't have
Mhm.
time for that stuff.
Mhm.
I'm an introvert. I don't really like to be in front of the camera. I don't like dancing, blah, 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 blah. So my question to you is, what would you say to the person who's like, I just don't have time to be doing that? What is your advice to them?
Honestly, you can't afford to not have time. You
Mhm.
know, because a lot of times too, when we say that you don't have time, it's because we just don't understand the value of what we need to make time for. Because if somebody told you tomorrow, hey, if you meet me on the top of a mountain and I'm gonna give you $1 million, I guarantee I'm really gonna give you the money. You gonna be up there at
Right,
5 in the morning.
right,
I'm
right,
waiting for
right.
them to
Ready.
start check. Okay,
Uh-huh.
like you gonna find a way to be there. You're gonna rearrange some things. You're gonna make it happen. And so a lot of times the reason why we just say we don't have time is because we just don't understand the value of what we're making time for. And so the way you have to see it is that, and this is why you kind of have to switch your mentality from a honestly an employee mindset to more of a entrepreneurial mindset, in the sense that um, social media, the internet leverages your time.
Mm,
That's actually what you're doing when you work. If you're working on your business and literally working on your business, you do work for today, and then you still have to keep doing that work tomorrow and the day after and the day after. But when you learn social media and you create content social media, you do the work for today, and that will have ripple effects. It will have compounding effects. There's people that literally tell me that I end up working with. They say, I've been following you for years. I've been following you for years. I've been watching your stuff for a while now. And so I reap the harvest on something today that I did 2 or 3 years ago.
good point. I
And
like that.
so that's the reality, is that with social media, you have to see it as more as like something that will help you to leverage your time, compound your time in the long run, and will help you to reap benefits future. So it's not really about saying I don't have the time. It's really just making the time and seeing the value of it. And I know, and one thing that you pointed out too was that some people will say, well, I'm shy, I'm an introvert, I don't want to be on camera, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's actually different ways to promote your business without your face always being at the
Exactly.
forefront. So you don't have to, in fact, literally, even if you just like a voice, you can you can add your voice to images, other
Hmm.
videos, and build your brand that way if you're that shy. But you can also just do things at your own comfort level and then work your way up. So there's just so many benefits to growing on social media. And if you want to stop working hard for your money, you'll learn how to invest in social media.
That's a good point. And the other thing that I really like what you said is about, because I believe in the decisions and the things that we do today help to feed us for tomorrow as well as our future generations, right? And so
Mhm.
you said that there are some people that actually contact you from something maybe you posted 2 years ago that they
Mhm.
saw or remembered and came back. And I honestly feel like social media is another way to really stay top of mind with people. They turn on between you and Dr. V on TikTok, y'all stay top of mind because every time I get on TikTok, it's one of y'all
Mhm.
dancing, pointing, bebopping, or something, and it stays top of my mind. It makes me
Mhm.
want to go, okay, what have they done today? What are they doing today? What are they talking about?
Yeah.
And a lot of your content is based upon nursing school and stuff like that. And I'm over here. I've been a nurse 17 years and I'm reading through trying to refresh it, but it stays top of mind. It stays
Yeah.
top of mind. So one of the reasons why I wanted you to be a part of our community is because not only from the social media aspect, but the savvy business sense that you have, right? Not only do we post things and we sing and dance and stuff like that, but how is it that we go after and really serve our target audience with the type of content that we have, and our posts go viral, our posts garner us leads, our post even, we can monetize social media. A lot of people don't even realize that Instagram will write you a check, YouTube will write you a check. These other
Mhm.
platforms will pay you for the amount of views and interactions or whatever on your post. And so I think it warrants us I hear this a lot. I'll say it like this. I hear this a lot. A lot of people are just not, I'm not into that social media stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The cool part about it is you have a business that even helps with that. Like, okay, fine. If you don't do it, we'll do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have options. They have options.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, reach out to you to get those options, whether it's them themselves or you take over their stuff and help them out with their social media
Yeah,
platforms.
definitely.
So I appreciate your time. What is one thing that you would like to leave the audience with before we leave?
Come to the conference. For real, for real, for real. Come to the conference. Be there front and center. The reason why there are some things in your business that won't move until you move. Literally.
That's right. That's right.
There are some things that you can't get just from watching all the time, from being a spectator all the time. Like, if you really want your business to go to another level, you have to be in rooms.
Right.
You have to be in rooms. Like, that's just the point blank period to the reality when it comes to business. And there's nothing else like this type of experience that you're going to find anywhere else. And you honestly, this is the best time to come to a conference, connect, network, learn valuable gems, and take your business to a whole other level than where it is today. So that's what I would leave people with. You got to be there. Definitely be at the conference.
Thank you. I appreciate you for saying that because I truly, truly try my best to be able to provide the value for this community. And that's why we have a whole lineup of people. I mean, I've been on live all day long because I wanted to showcase the speakers that will be there so that people who have truly invested in coming to this conference will get a sneak peek of, oh my God, they're coming. They're going to help me with this. They're going to help me with that. When you leave this conference, it's going to be like, man, I got all of this great information. How do I go out there and execute immediately? How do I go on social media and get more leads? How do I find the trending hashtags? How do I get from point A to point B? So I appreciate you for saying that. And what I would like to add to that is, boom, our tickets are still available. So you guys better get them because the deadlines are coming very quickly. So secure your ticket, the website trending right there at the bottom, scrolling, I should say, right there at the bottom. And for those of you who absolutely cannot make it, I totally understand. We do have a virtual option available, but there's nothing like face-to-face and nothing like tangible experiences. So thank you, Chioma. I appreciate you for being a part of not only the conference, but a part of our brand and a part of my life, my circle of people who really checks in on me, make sure I'm good. And it's so funny because this is what having a tight network of people, like-minded people, will do to you. I'll be around the house doing something, and Chioma, she'll send me just a random message about, hey, I got this idea. What do you think about this? And I'm like, where did she was thinking about me. She shared that with me. It's just having those people in your corner that I know are looking out for me to help me become a better servant of you guys. So I appreciate you, and I thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. My sister.
Yay.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you later. Hey, let's see. We got about an hour, and I'll be right back on with our network. I'm doing a network webinar at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time in BNE. So if you're around, you're more than welcome to hop in on the conversation, okay? Bye, y'all.